side of this head here. Must have just been getting really hot. That's the exhaust valve on that side, so must have just been getting really hot there, which can't imagine why, with all the cooling fins plugged up the way they are. When I go to put it back together, I'll bring you all back. Thanks for watching. And okay, I've done some cleaning. I think we're ready to put this back together and see if it'll run. Now, you can get genuine Kohler gaskets. You can get not so genuine Kohler gaskets. These I got off of eBay for like $13 for a pair. These I also got off of eBay. They were about $32 for a pair. I have a Simplicity dealer about 10 miles from my house. I can go there and they've got all kinds of Briggs, Kohler, everything you need. These gaskets at the Simplicity dealer are usually like $56 each. So 115 bucks for a pair. I've bought a few pairs of them from there, but typically I don't. Now, when you go to put a new head gasket on, aside from cleaning everything up, you want to give the gasket surface a good last minute wipe down. Then try not to get any yuck from your hands on the gasket. Whoop, upside down. And bam. So we'll just pull them in that way. And then you just tighten them. Next pattern. This cheap torque wrench of mine doesn't really click very well. Okay. Okay, so that's 200 inch-pounds. And the final is 370. Hey, 370 is not a ton of torque. When they give you this little short handle, you don't have any leverage. Okay, so that one's on, that one's torqued. I suppose go ahead and put our push rods back in. I hit these with some brake clean and Tried to clean them up a little bit, but for the most part, I really don't think it's going to be life or death here. Now, just need to make sure your push rods are in your tappets down there. And I usually tighten those down about that tight. If you'd like to know the actual torque spec, it is 160 inch-pounds for the rocker arm screws. Well, I think I've got them plenty tight. Because of the way these heads were kind of cooked in the corners, I did go ahead and pull the valves out of them. Just to make sure there wasn't a bunch of and I cleaned it up, not perfectly, but I got a lot of that baked on goo out of there. And once again, we want to brake clean our gasket surface is good. There's no oil at all where the gasket touches. Okay, back to 200. Okay. Both our heads are back on. I think now we'll get our throttle and governor and all that happy stuff put back up here where it belongs. Alright, I did go ahead fix our one kill wire that was mouse chewed. Okay, and then before you put your blower housing back on, you should zip tie these wires around the intake manifold. There's little nubs there. Put the wires in and then zip tie them on there so they don't get down into the plywood or the fan. But for what we're doing, that'll be fine. Okay. I guess I didn't finish putting the rockers and push rods on there. That carbon that was in this corner of this head, it was hard to get out of there. It was a pain in the butt. All right. Now, I drilled out this one broken screw, and I kind of, repaired that hole that was in that rocker cover. I put a carriage bolt in it so it's not sticking out very far on the inside. I did have to drill All right. An odd place to find that. Okay. Might be nice to have a muffler on there, though. Yeah, let me find some stuff, and I'll be back. Got my remote fuel system hooked up. Got a nice muffler mounted on there. Found some spark plugs. Should do the job. Turn it a little bit so I can see it. Can you guys still see it? Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. Good spark. All right. Suppose we ought to have kill wire. Kill wire is the white wire. Down to there. All right. Turn on the fuel. Okay. Here goes nothing. That little bit of an oil leak. Runs pretty good. A little oil leak up here on the around that PVC plate on the top because I forgot to put those bolts back in. Probably needs a new gasket there anyway. Other problem we had was when I saw the oil leak, I tried to kill it with the kill wire. One of the coils kept going. It wasn't, it's not unusual. One of these coils is bad, which hopefully it's this one the mouse chewed on. But I'd say that's pretty darn good. We can shut that door. Cooling right off in here. I mean, the only reason it stopped running was because I shut the gas valve off up here. It basically just ran out of gas. But what we can do is unhook the kill wires from the coils. Hook our ground wire to ground. Get her fired up again. Oh, that's a bummer. This coil doesn't, when you ground it, it doesn't stop sparking. The one with the chewed wire does, though. Turn the gas off again. Get our smoke that's coming off and it's gone. Yep. The box itself is not smoking at all. Again, I shut the gas valve off up there. Well, it doesn't run perfectly, but you know what? It runs pretty darn good. Considering the fact that I bought the tractor this came on. Oh, both sides of that crankcase vent are leaking like crazy now. So it's definitely going to need that gasket. But yeah, considering I bought the tractor, you know, the guy said it needs a new engine. And didn't. It just needed, well, as it turns out, it needs a coil, head gaskets, breather gasket, probably both coils, because this one over here was about chewed in half by a mouse. And it needs cleaned. You know, the fins are still horribly dirty with oil, and you know, there's probably still another hour's worth of scrubbing on this thing to get all that oil off. It's baked down there. And it probably will need a new carburetor. I took the cover off and it had some gunk down around the main jet. So I cleaned that all out of there. And it might be okay with just a rebuild kit, but the rebuild kits for these are very expensive. You can get these carb kits for these off of eBay, and they're only $8 or $9. And they come with the most important stuff, really. You know, it's got the main bowl gasket. It's got a new needle in it for the low speed jet, and 4 new screws. But I don't know if you can see them there. There's about 6 little tiny O-rings that come in this kit. Again, I don't know if you can actually see them in there. I don't know that I like my new camera. I think it's kind of crappy. Not ready to give up on it yet, though. But anyway, you know, if you need a needle and seat, those are fairly expensive, but you can find these little kits on eBay pretty cheap.